Looking clean as a whistle. When I saw that coffin, I was reminded of a rather unorthodox type of psychotherapy. The patient lies down inside a coffin, which is then closed, plunging them into darkness. And being subjected to this simulated experience of being laid to rest, they may find a measure of peace and comfort. If you spot a coffin that seems suitable for this, why not climb inside and see what happens? You know, Sam, I was just thinking. Each time we take the DHV Magellan into the currents, the level of tar pollution on board increases, which is why everyone has to pitch in to clean the ship after every trip. In spite of that, we still find ourselves stymied by nasty blockages like this one. Tarman broke 3 mops attempting to dislodge a particularly stubborn wad before throwing up his hands in despair. Although he failed in that epic struggle, I can only respect his dedication. Come to think of it, the doctor's talents were a sight to behold. A psychic midwife. I've never had the opportunity to watch one at work before. How many children has she held in those hands of hers, I wonder? I expect she knows a great deal about BB units as well.
Get and go. Cheese. Woo. Are we all in this? Hey, Sam.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
Nothing important.
Can you take a picture of us?
Sure.
If we want to do it right, we could choose somewhere else.
All right.
Why don't you choose?
Someone's eyes were closed. You nearly had it. Let's take another one for them. Hey!
That's a nice photo.
Thanks. They'll make for a great memento.
I love it.
You take care, Sam.
All right, later. Feels good.
Good morning, Sam.
Sam,
Yeah.
I have another question for you. This one's a little bit harder than the first one.
Nice.
Sam,
Yeah.
I have another question for you. This one's a little bit harder than the first one. That's correct. Have a safe trip, Sam.
Cool.
Sam, it's Tarman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialised medical equipment. West Fort Knott is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it. Unfortunately, the DHV Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. It's a lot to lug all the way to East Fort Knott, but there we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
Order accepted. Thank you.
bells ring deep into the quiet night.
Gotcha.
One day I'll wonder what song it was that you would sing to me. Try to remember, 'cause I've forgotten half my life. How did we get here? How the hell would anybody know? What were we doing? Whatever happened to the plan? Cold honey milk and fireflies. Savor every moment you life, 'cause I would never come around again. Even if the whole choir is sang, even if the gilded church bells ring deep into the quiet night, amen.
That one. get a move on. That one.
Yeah!
Snag. Gotcha. Get a move on. Let's get a move on. Let's get a move on.
Even if the whole world was sad, even if the king and the church bells rang deep into the quiet night around. One day I'll wonder what song it was that you would sing to me. But I don't remember, 'cause I've forgotten half already. How did we get here? How the hell would anybody? What were we doing? Whatever happened to the plan? Cold honey milk and fireflies. Savor every moment in your eyes. 'Cause I will never come around again. Even if the whole choir is sad, even if the king of the church is red, deep
Wowzer! Thank you, Sam. Safety first. Cold levels tolerably tolerable. Remember to rest, Sam.
And everyone at that, and everything at that. Even tried to pass me by, but now I'm falling into you, like a spring in the ground.
Snag it.
Today I walk into your eyes to reach your number 9. You're no longer afraid to die. Your dreams are running in the woods, are burning in the woods. I remember seeing your face.
I will always support you.
That one.
Just when you try to see, when I find your reflection in my life. Don't you remember the eyes of your future is looking for that?
Even though I cannot see you, I'm certain that your heart is here. Find that you miss me. Always look at the sun that rises.
Please make your ask.
All the time, I feel flat in the sun.
Remember to rest, Saints. Thank you, sir. Please take care. Thank you, sir.
Promise we made when we drowned in the sea. When I found your reflection
Please take measures to withstand the heat.
in the eyes of your future is looking. Make me rest again. Something I couldn't make sure of before. When I found your reflection when I found your reflection
Let's get a move on.
when I found your reflection.
Thank you for your cooperation. All contributions are welcome.
I'll reveal the orders now. I did not expect you to bring me this, but I'm glad you found it.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks. And be careful out there.
Sam, the Messiah you just delivered to the pizza chef appears to have triggered something. Shall we go inside? Proceed with caution, though.
Every day, the empty sky is coming, but you don't want to escape anymore. So I say, hey,
It's not so bad.
tell me about your fame. Every day, the empty sky is coming. Oh, let's do this.
Look, Sam. There's a door over there. That was a close call. But why would there be ghost mechs inside the pizza chef's facility?
Yeah, that's the way.
Right.
Stop me from making my pizzas. Those who dare disrespect pizza do not deserve to live.
Goddamn.
You must be Sam.
There's something I would like to give you. I'll need a moment. Please wait at the delivery terminal upstairs. Sam.
So what was that? Martial arts?
A form of karate I invented while honing my craft.
Karate, huh?
Pizza dough acrobatic karate, to be correct. Let me ask you, Sam. What, in your personal opinion, is the single most important factor in serving good pizza to one's customers?
I don't know. How you cook it? Season it, maybe?
It is the delivery man. Without him, the pizza delivery tradition would not exist. By the way, sorry about before.
You're the guy who makes the pies here, right? Which means that you're the real pizza chef.
Indeed.
So what exactly happened here?
I just got so caught up rebuilding the roads, I didn't notice those fiends breaking in. After they imprisoned me, they used an imposter to run my business as normal. Except, my pizza deliveries were just a cover to smuggle weapons. A scheme in which I was their unwilling accomplice. But I had faith that someone would eventually put a stop to it all. Thank you again for saving me. I mean your debt. You know, there are very few who could hold their own against me as well as you did. I'm going to increase your materials allocation.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Read this. It will help you to learn one of my secret techniques. The great spinning pizza strike. With it, you can use rubber pizza dough to silently subdue enemies a short distance away. Refine your execution through VR training. You already possess the necessary foundation. The enemy stands where they are strong and weak. You see these things. For instance, you can quickly restrain an opponent with rope. Can you not? Well, Sam, the essence of pizza dough acrobatic karate is concentration. While observing your foe, you must channel your strength in preparation for a single strike. VR training will help you learn. But someone with your potential should have no trouble at all. Pizza chefs hone their craft with rubber dough just like this. But I find it functions just as well as a weapon. Try tossing it at an enemy. If you manage to strike them in the head, the force of the spinning dough will incapacitate them for a time. They will suffer no permanent harm, of course. And you will have a chance to remain undetected. I intend to rebuild this pizzeria of mine for the new world and the people who will need to be fed. Help me to achieve this goal and to ensure that no more weapons are delivered in my name. Come back soon.
Order complete. Well done.
There was a time when I was shattered at every soul. Now I barely feel the pain when I'm forward. This violence is turning madness, forgetting what we sold. I tell you all the men I've waste your life observing disorder. There is no time to grieve. Take every chance.
Hard to come back sooner than later. Glad we can count on you.
It's all we have to survive this Don't find excuses for your anger, drowning in sorrow. And all the reasons to stay are selfish, you must go. Show you are desperate and it's hiding the meaning of it all. How beautiful this life can be.
Now leaving viral network coverage.
Snag. Look that one. Snag. Gotcha. Snag. Look that one.
violence and sterling madness, forgetting what the soul. I tell you that men are breaking. You don't wanna know. Don't waste your life observing this order. There is no time to breathe.
Look that one.
Take every chance of joy that you can find. Any love catch the light shining all around. It's all we have to survive this world. Don't find excuses for your anger, drowning in sorrow. And all the reasons to stay are selfish, you suppose. How beautiful this life can be. You don't have to go away. Oh, you are one to know where I am now. You know I did. I was in the cherry tree when mother said to me, you are only 17, you don't know what it means. So I climbed down and picked the cherries that fell to the ground. I can carry it alone. Strawberry
Good morning, team. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access
dear. And I will want to know where you are, if you're far or near. And I don't know how loud I'll have to sing for you to hear.
Okay, just a bit further now.
I appreciate you coming all this way. You're a lifesaver. I'm not just saying that either. I mean it. Seriously. We owe you. Right. Let's get this cargo processed ASAP. Got it here in excellent condition. Wow. Wish I knew just how you did it. I sometimes forget just how much work you've done for us. But the records tell the tale. You're our go-to guy. We're so grateful for your support. Put us online with your Cupid.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Looks like we've finally become part of the chiral network. Between this and the life support systems you brought us, we can begin giving proper treatment to all the folks suffering from chiral contamination. Oh, I got a little present I'd like to give you as a thanks. Take it with my compliments. Those beauties are pretty hard to come by these days. And I just know they'll look great on you. Oh, in addition to that, I've shared the data for a Boca skeleton. It's a piece of equipment specially tailored to porter work, allowing you to carry lots of cargo without difficulty. Ideal for keeping your balance while making your deliveries. Steep slopes and rivers are no match for this baby. It's bound to make your next runs much easier, and it'll help you expand the network too. You know, before you came along, we lost a lot of people to chiralium exposure. For a while there, it felt like we were counting the days until the inevitable void out. But it seems like we'll be able to avoid that terrible fate after all. We won't fall victim to the same tragedy that befell North Fort Knott. Our facility here at F4 isn't just a network connection point. it's also a key distribution hub for the eastern part of the continent. Without it, lots of folks would lose access to deliveries, and you'd have no chance of extending the network any further. And without a fully linked up continent, we'll never get to see a new plate game manifest. No need to worry, though. You've guaranteed we'll be around for a good while yet. Rest assured that we will keep working to improve our skeleton tech. We'll be continuing our research into road development as well. All to bring this continent into the fold. As a major distribution hub, we conduct research and development into all manner of delivery-related technologies. The Boca skeleton is one such product of our work. And lately, we've been thinking of ways to create next-generation roads. Something allowing for faster and safer deliveries. There's plenty of room for improvement in the conventional designs. Since you brought us onto the chiral network, we've started gathering all kinds of useful data on the subject. But we're gonna need more before we're finished, I think. We'd be grateful if you could help us out on that front. Thanks for everything, Sam. Personally, I've always admired the Boca. They're traditional porters that used to work in the Japanese wilderness. No matter how dangerous the mountain trail, they'd always power through with heavy loads on their backs. I've never met any of them myself, of course. But when I came out here with APAC's first expedition, I heard some interesting stories about a local prepper as we were traveling through Mexico. This guy was apparently the genuine article, a real working Boca. You could always head back to Mexico and try to track him down if you're interested. We actually developed the Boca skeleton while referencing stories and official records of their activities. You might say it's a skeleton tailored to the needs of modern-day porters, like yourself. Simply wearing it will vastly increase your maximum carrying capacity. Oh, it offers superior gripping capabilities too, and helps you keep your balance while hauling tons of cargo on your back. When traversing snowy mountains, rivers, and other places with poor footing, this skeleton is an excellent choice. Now that you've brought us onto the chiral network, I feel as though we can finally see the light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. Our equipment still isn't as good as we want it to be at the moment, but we hope it'll be of use to you. North Fort Knott was deemed critical for the expansion of the chiral network in northern Australia. But due to chiral contamination, a lot of folks began dying, and one day, a void out wiped the city right off the map. We've actually been observing similar conditions here at East Fort Knott. Dramatic changes in the tar currents and rising chiralium levels have had everybody fearing for the future recently. But thankfully, you came. You put us on the chiral network. Me and all the staff here are committed to sustaining this pillar of the chiral and distribution networks. And doing everything in our power for you. And Australia. We've got a lot riding on you drawbridge folks. I hope you won't let us down.
Hello, Sam. It's me. More than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the chiral network. And it was you who made this possible. On behalf of the company, allow me to extend my sincerest thanks. It's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase as we press on. But you and your comrades will rise to the challenge. Of this I have no doubt whatsoever. The probability of creating a new plate gate rises with each expansion. Do what you must to make it happen.
Sam, it's happened again. A disruption in the tar currents. We won't be able to head your way just yet.
Sam, this could be the result of that Nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know unless we take a look outside, though. this before, Sam.
It's calling to us again.
Sam, are you thinking of going back there?
Well, that's not an invitation.
Strange. I feel as though my body's become lighter. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Sam? You might be able to jump much further than usual.
Escaping. Dove cazzo sei?
I'm ready.
Above us, something's coming. Watch out!
This should do it.
¡Encuéntrenlo!
These ice pillars are a real nuisance. Think there might be a way to destroy them? Got him on the ropes. He's trying to flee to the church down below us.
Contacto. Questa ti mette a posto.
Sam, do you read me? Come in, Sam. Come in.
We were whisked away to that strange place again.
What? We only lost you for a few seconds.
And time must flow differently over there, like on the beach.
Well, glad you're all right. The tar currents seem to have settled down, so we'll be able to surface there shortly. Just sit tight, okay?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Sam, why don't we return to the DHV Magellan and get some rest? You can ask Fragile to look into that card you obtained as well. Oh, it seems all the possessions you had earlier are in that open space over there.
Sam, we've uncovered some new information about that ID card you brought back. I'll give you the details on the bridge.
That place we were sent to, the land of the dead, it strikes me as odd that it was submerged underwater. And did you see those columns of ice, the ones descending from the surface all the way to the floor? Afterwards, I realized what they reminded me of. The columns were reminiscent of a phenomenon known as brinicles. When seawater freezes and turns to ice, salt concentrates are released into the surrounding water. This brine is heavier than the water around it due to its higher density. It therefore sinks deeper into the ocean. As it flows towards the ocean floor, its lower temperature results in the formation of ice. And as this process continues, it can produce column-like ice structures. Any living creatures unfortunate enough to become entangled in these can be frozen solid. Little wonder they're called icicles of death.
is Neil. Neil Vanna.
Neil Vanna? Oh, here I thought he said Nirvana. There must still be tar in my ears.
It seems that the ID card you brought back belonged to the man himself. Charlie helped me dig up the details.
The card was issued by Bridges years ago, when the chiral network was still being developed. Records confirm that Vanna has been dead for some time.
So he was a member of Bridges?
No, it doesn't look like he was.
Vanna was a porter contracted by Bridges to handle jobs with special requirements. Like all of you, he was a doom sufferer who leveraged his abilities.
A top-notch porter by all accounts. He worked the Mexican border. Brought over all kinds of useful stuff.
Ostensibly, resources and medical supplies. But in truth, he transported drugs and other prohibited goods.
So he was a smuggler.
Vanna's ID card served as a key to some of Bridges' secure installations, though only a select few, of course. Specifically, those dedicated to the BB experiments, along with various other medical facilities.
I believe that the place you went to for counseling was one of them.
But everything in that area was obliterated 11 years ago by a void out, one in which Neil Vanna died. And from which you alone, Sam, were fortunate enough to emerge alive. Prior to all that, your counseling sessions made you a regular visitor, yes? Well, records indicate Vanna frequented the same facility. There's a fair chance that the two of you might have met before. Do you recall seeing him?
It's hardly surprising. A great number of people pass through there all the damn time. No one would remember them all.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received your next assignment. This main order can be undertaken by accessing the delivery terminal at East Fort Knott. While you attend to that, we'll continue our investigation into Neil Vanna. I'll keep you posted.
By the way, Sam, you saw Tomorrow with the apples in the corridor, right? It seems she was training, trying to gain more control over her temporal abilities. Taking green unripened apples and attempting to age them until they're red and ready to eat. But she's still having trouble getting it just right. She's taking it too far and making them rotten. There's no need to rush things. She'll get the hang of it soon enough. In the meantime, let's continue to support her.
From this location, you should be able to see some snow-capped mountains, Sam. Your next objective can be found in the heart of them, in the form of the Eastern Environmental Observatory. Once again, you'll need to link up several sites en route to this destination. The first such site to be brought online is the Chronobiologist Shelter, which is due west. Pick up the main order on this delivery terminal in order to begin.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Watch yourself
You're mine.
A friendly face. It's been a while since I've had visitors. I'll check your cargo right away. Much better than I could have hoped for. How did you even manage to keep it in such good condition? How did you manage to handle so many orders at once? I should have no trouble continuing my research. And it's all thanks to you. All right. Use your Cupid to connect my shelter.
your current porter grade.
I'm finally part of the chiral network. I've been looking forward to this moment. I should be able to conduct research at a faster pace than ever. Please accept this by way of thanks. I picked up this accessory in the UCA. You should try attaching it to your backpack. Who knows? It might bring you good luck. Oh, and in case you're curious, the cargo you brought me contained a stock of cryptobiote variants. I've taken to calling them chronobiotes. They appear to alter your body's internal clock for a brief period when consumed. Just another example of the many ways the Death Stranding is wreaking havoc on our perception of time. It's introduced us to Timefall and the beach, as well as the EEs that brought about previous mass extinctions. You know, I can't help but wonder if extinction entities are related to chronobiotes. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Especially with the strange incidents we've been hearing about lately. Well, the porter who used to come through here was attacked by something. It was bad enough that they gave up doing delivery work for good. They still managed to deliver my last shipment, but it was covered with strange dents and markings. When I asked what had happened, they just said it was the work of the Headless Rider. People have been talking about the Rider for a while, actually. And there's this guy not far from here who's dedicated to studying strange mysteries like that. I sent him some details, and he said he'd need to ask around for someone to lend him a hand. You should keep your eyes peeled for trouble until he figures out what we're dealing with. They're cryptobiotes that have become infected with chiral microbes, parasites that induce changes in the host. Chronobiotes can accelerate various processes within the human body. Simply put, eating one should make everything around you appear to move more slowly. Much like Timefall, which ages everything. And the beach, where time stands still. This disruption of the natural temporal flow is linked to the underlying mechanisms of the Death Stranding. Continued study of chronobiotes should therefore help us to solve the greatest mystery of our times. At least, that's what I've come to believe. So I've heard a little bit about Hartman's research via the hydrologist. You know, the mass extinctions of trilobites, ammonites, and the dinosaurs. Well, apparently, all these ancient events were set in motion by extinction entities. I'm told there was a human extinction entity as well. And that EEs had umbilical cords linking them to the beach, which could be why their fossilized remains were somehow unaffected by the passage of time. The parasitic chiral microbes that latch onto chronobiotes also originally came from the beach. So, you could even think of them as another form of umbilical tether linking their hosts to the other side. It's a pattern that shows we can't discount the possibility that a new EE might yet be born. And the reason why I believe further study of these microbes could help prevent another extinction event. Now that I have a chiral network connection, this sort of research should finally be possible. I hope this isn't the last time we meet. With no one else around to make deliveries, I was beginning to think I'd have to call it quits. Oh, by the way, a suborder just got posted about those strange incidents I mentioned. You can check it on the delivery terminal here. It's probably in your interest to find out more anyway, given how much time you spend outside. And, who knows, you might even be able to convince them to join the chiral network, too. I just hope we can get to the bottom of things sooner rather than later. Thanks again, and take care.
Well then, Sam. By the way, we have info on Nilvana to share. Could you join me on the bridge?
Order completed. Well done.
We managed to learn a few more things about Neil Vanna. You may remember that he was a porter contracted by Bridges. That's what we told you before. Since then, I received a mail.
Another one from our very own Hartman, I'm guessing. Look, we sure we can trust them? Whoever they are?
They are almost certainly someone on the inside. Someone with access to the UCA's administrative systems. It seems Neil Vanna was attending therapy sessions.
But the real revelation is who Vanna's therapist was. Charlie, can you please explain?
A specialist who worked with other doomed sufferers, including one Sam Bridges. She was your therapist and your partner.
Lucy?
Neil Vanna's name was on our client list. Right there in black and white.
That's crazy.
We also uncovered a photo you should see.
Per the records, they perished in a void-out which claimed an entire city. A void-out only you survived, Sam.
Lucy was pregnant at the time.
It wasn't mine. The child she was carrying. She straight up told me to my face. I never had any kids. She was just my shrink, helping me to work through my often fought phobia. That's all she ever was to me.
To the network. Access the chronobiologist's delivery terminal to find and undertake this main order.